You could say that 1872 was a big year for jewelry. A record 215-kilogram gold nugget was found in New South Wales. A new idea, the department store, opened in New York City, introducing the world to a place called Bloomingdale's. And nearby, a German immigrant named John Charles Nordt founded a precious metal manufacturing company that still bears his name.
Our founder came here from Germany in the 1860s as a very young man. He was a very entrepreneurial and very resourceful person, as anyone who would venture an ocean crossing in that area would have to be.
We are one of the oldest firms in the industry today, 140 years of experience. We're very proud of.
The company initially provided jewelry products to domestic jewelry manufacturers in the United States. It still does. The industry has changed in the century and a half since, and quite often, John C. Nordt has played a key role in that change. Take 1959, for example. That's when Paul W. Nordt Jr. pioneered a process using hot extrusion to produce high-quality precious metal seamless tubing.
The history of our company was greatly influenced by our father, who brought the company from a small producer of product really to becoming very involved in the industry. He developed more scientific means of production, and the company grew.
By the 1980s, his son Paul Nordt III took the process called fusion forged even further, developing multi-metals and tubing for bead manufacturing and the electronics industry. As the new millennium approached, Nordt began manufacturing materials used in space exploration, a special alloy for symphonic flutes, and numerous multi-metal clads for industrial use. Meanwhile, for more than 140 years and 5 generations of Nordt family leadership, John C. Nordt has used that same pioneering spirit and ingenuity to help create some of the most beautiful and admired jewelry in the world. At Nordt, the perfect marriage of technology and experience starts with the simple, elegant wedding band. Nordt offers thousands of styles for manufacturers, designers, wholesalers, and international brands to choose from. Nordt is a trusted partner in providing channel and prong-cut blanks for exquisite hand settings. Our blanks for machine setting are designed to fit your specific diamond inventory needs and engineered to minimize precious metal loss during channeling and setting. That same quality goes into Nordt's unique line of seamless bracelets.
The Nordt Company focuses on the bridal segment of the business, men's and ladies' wedding bands, diamond bands, bracelets. But we also get into highly engineered projects for the aerospace industry, as well as a small amount for the musical industry.
Many of the products that we make directly for retailers, some very large. We also have 2 divisions in the company, one Girton Brothers and one called Paramore, that supply product directly to smaller retailers.
Nordt Ingenuity developed high-performance fusion-forged tubing and rods used by makers of fine jewelry who demand the best precious metal materials that money can buy. When you work with Nordt, you get a trusted partner from the elemental stage to the final product. Our teams of metallurgists, designers, and crafters work with you every step of the way, whether you need custom manufacturing to support your products or finished pieces for retail sale.
A special order to some people is a nuisance. To us, it's an opportunity. We know that our customers receive requests from their consumers, from their customers, to produce something unique, and we take great pride in being able to do that.
At John C. Nordt, our strength is in our manufacturing expertise and the people who make it happen. As pioneers in fusion-forged technology, we can provide alloys and precious metals that set the standard for exceptional, consistent quality throughout. That's because the extrusion process requires the simultaneous application of high temperature, high hydrostatic pressure, and high shear plastic deformation to form metals into useful shapes.
Fusion forging is a process that is unique to the John C. Nordt Company that was developed by my father many years ago and improved over the years. It produces very fine-grained precious metals through extreme heat and pressure in a non-molten state.
If the customer needs a ring or a product to come in at a certain gram weight or a certain penny weight, our equipment and our technology allows us to hit that on the first ring and also the last ring, whether it's 1 or 1,000. We take great pride in that.
The result is a product that's much more dense and less porous than conventional metals. This technique gives the product surprisingly uniform structure, temper, and hardness.
Everything that we make starts with our fusion forged material. We take the raw materials in, melt them, and put them into our fusion forged tubing product. That creates a highly dense, low porosity material that makes it very easy to work with in the jeweler's hands.
Because they're born in intense heat and pressure, fusion-forged precious metals are workable, durable, and have a more consistently beautiful finish. When it comes to milling and machining, Nordt's craftsmen and women are highly skilled artisans using the latest technologies. From vacuum melting and high-temperature forging and extrusion to drawing and rolling, our customers have the luxury of working with the finest possible product every time.
With complex programming, we can tailor rings or other things right to the size of the stones that we're using to make very clean looks, very precise looks, and achieve that quality our customers are looking for.
Nordt offers fully automated 5-axis computer numerical controlled or CNC machining, as well as dual spindle CNC high production lathing.
When we use the term machining at the John C. Nordt Company, we're talking about lathe turning, which is putting something on a machine that spins, and then we're going to cut geometry or profiles on that. Approximately 99% of everything we do, probably even higher than that, is going to go across a turning lathe at some point, because we are making round rings for the most part of what we do. We have very skilled operators, and like our lathe turning, we have simple mills that run with 3 axes, or all the way up to the more complex 5-axis milling, which is very, very precise and accurate, can make very complex geometries, and we can offer our customers solutions, and they can still retain the high metal standards that they demand.
Nordt provides quality finishing and diamond setting with attention to detail, precision, and singular artistry.
Finishing is everything that happens to the blank after it is shaped. So polishing, I would say, is the most important finish that we do. We want to make sure that when we fabricate that ring, after it's finished, when it gets into the case and the customer is looking at it, that ring pops.
Every day, our design team works closely with designers and artisans around the world. As a collaborative creative partner, we're dedicated to helping you bring your vision to beautiful reality.
We're excellent problem solvers. One of the reasons that we get the phone call in the first place is because someone has a brilliant idea about something, but they're not quite sure how to manufacture it. So they'll give us the call. And it's not just our job to manufacture it, but we have to be able to bring it in at a cost that meets the market.
Sales was contacted to see if we could provide them with tubing for the musical industry. With the tolerances that are there, it was just a super challenge. We came back and we developed a process. So it is a seamless tubing, just like our tubing for our wedding bands. It's some of the best tubing that's out there. We have received emails where some of the finest flutists are playing instruments that came or were made with tubing produced by Nordt.
Perhaps most important of all, John C. Nordt has an unrivaled reputation for dependable delivery of superior product, on time and on budget. It's been our family hallmark since 1872.
I enjoy working with the customers, and I think my best days are when We come up with a project, we orchestrate what it is that we're going to do, we evaluate it, we document it, we follow it through the facility, we ship it out to the customer, we send them that email saying that you will have this AM in the morning, and then when I get that phone call from the customer when they open the box up and they go, "This is fantastic." That's my best day.
That legacy of quality and caring comes from the John C. Nordt Company's clear vision of what we stand for. Commitment to continually improving our speed, accuracy, and selection through innovative technologies, and the participation of every member of our organization. It's a commitment that's reflected in our ISO 9001-2008 certification and in the loyal partnerships we forge every day.
Quality is something that extends from the highest people in the organization, our executive management, down through senior management and through our supervisors and all the way down to everybody on the floor.
At Nordt, we all are in charge of quality. Every step that's taken on each individual piece, starting from the tubing itself, that quality must be maintained.
The organization itself has achieved an ISO 9001 certification, which is an uncommon feat to do in a large-scale jewelry manufacturer, especially domestically. So we can take pride as being one of the few registered companies that actually have achieved this certification. It means we're delivering exactly what the customer is expecting. And in the case of our customers, many of them expect the highest of all qualities. In fact, the John C. Nordt Company, above anything else, is known for unmatched quality in its products.
When you buy our product, you can feel confident that the metals we use are not mined at the expense of human rights, quality labor conditions, or environmental preservation. We stand behind the most stringent global standards for ethical and legal practices, including those set by the London Bullion Market Association. Whenever possible, our metals are sourced from North America to minimize social and environmental risks that can be associated with an overseas chain of supply.
We recycle our plastic products, we recycle paper products and cardboard. We incinerate all of our waste generated in the factory. That's more for precious metal reclamation, but because of those activities, the factory side of the John C. Nordt Company is very close to being a zero landfill facility, and that's really important to all of us.
The jewelry industry as a whole does a really good job mandating that we perform ethically to the world, not just in our own industry. I mean, it is deep, the products that we use, where they come from, and they are certainly global. We meet or exceed all these guidelines. Our goal has never been just to do what is necessary.
We are over 140 years old, and although we haven't always been in our current location, we have always been located in the United States. And we employ American workers with American craftsmanship and American skills, which we feel are second to none in the world.
Integrity, innovation, superior products, and dependable services. They're all important parts in our legacy and in the story of our success. By focusing on the finest quality, the highest level of service, and leadership and involvement in our industry, the John C. Nordt Company will continue to raise the bar with American-made precious metal products that will be treasured forever.
Jewelry is about romance and emotion. And you can program a machine, but to put romance and emotion in a piece of jewelry, you have to put a lot of thought into it. And our customers, they want that. They want the stories that go into it. They want the romance. They want the emotion in the jewelry, not just a piece of jewelry that arrives in a box.
We are a family. We spend a lot of time together, so everybody knows everybody's birthday. Everybody knows everybody's children's name. And that's important with being a member of the Nordt family and then having those family members there on the floor.
Jewelry is a very personal kind of thing. And it's, although we are producing it on an industrial scale, ultimately each piece is going to be somebody's prized possession. And we owe that person the responsibility of making sure that it meets the finest standards.